Guys, holy shit, let me tell you about Violent Night. Yeah, we have to do the... Okay, fine. Thank you for welcoming me onto your screens or onto your headphones. My name's Eddie, and this is The Rollback. I'm here to talk to you about Violent Night. A Violent Night feed the Skull Crusher? The Vikings Night? Fuck! This movie is violent in the best way possible. It is a stupid amount of fun. It is awesome. I'm sorry, I need to give some structure to this. Okay, the synopsis. So an elite team of mercenaries break into a very, very, very wealthy family's home on Christmas Eve with the intent of stealing, I think, $320 million that they should have in cash in their safe down below. At the same time this happens, a disenfranchised Santa, an alcoholic Santa nonetheless, played by fucking Hopper from Stranger Things, and Hellboy, although the Hellboy was bad. But anyway, Hopper, he's popping into the house to drop off a few gifts, and lo and behold, he loses his ability to get to the sleigh, and then all hell breaks loose, and he must save this little girl who still has the spirit of Christmas within her. And everything just goes fucking through the roof from there. I don't even know where the hell to begin with this film. So, where do I begin with the pros? So, this Santa he has heart and alcoholism and a penchant for violence on violence. This Santa is definitely a unique take on the character, something that we haven't really seen before. I'd argue maybe Fat Man might be the closest thing, which if you haven't seen Fat Man, I recommend that one. I did a review on it last year. Fat Man, great Christmas film, I think. This one, though, this Santa, he's just tired of these ungrateful fucking kids and current day. And I know that's a trope that's commonly used, but man, the way that they do it, just chef's kiss. The gore and the violence in this is off the wall, but also there's this weird story with heart in it. Granted, the longer the movie goes, your ability to suspend your disbelief has to get further and further. There's even a Home Alone sequence of violence where I think someone joked once that if Kevin McAllister actually did what he did to Marv and Harry, that it would kill them. This movie fucking proves it. It is terrifying. It is bloody and gory, and I mean all that again in the best way. The Santa has heart and skill, but also they give him this insane backstory where he was a Norse Viking killer, and he even says himself, they don't even try to explain. They're like, well, why are you Santa? He says, kid, I don't even know why the hell I'm here. I don't know how the magic works. I just know that this is my job and this is what I do. So I'm happy that they won't try to dive too deep into it and explain it all. He does say, though, that he has a wife that he misses. At one point, after being stabbed, you see Santa fixing himself, having a drink, and stitching himself up. And you see these tattoos. He comes from Norse mythology, which actually, in retrospect, is true. He does come from that area of the world. So for them to ground him in that lore and push him forward, and this is why he's such a great murderer/soldier, it explains a lot. So this is not a spoiler. This is just something if you ever see the trailers, you'll know about this. Santa straight up sledgehammers a guy to death. Bear in mind, there are a lot of people in this film that get killed. It's nuts. The trailers do not do this film justice. It seemed fun. This movie is awesome. There's a big difference between the two. I'll even say this. There's a fight scene at one point, I think in a barn, where Santa is battling some mercenaries. It rivals the warehouse scene from Batman vs. Superman. I'll even say that. That is how good these fight scenes are. And incredibly stupid. The dude uses a candy cane as a shiv, which shouldn't work, but you know what? I'll take it. And then there's a final fight scene with John Leguizamo. Okay, I just double checked. His name is pronounced in 2 different ways. I'm going to use the one that most people use. John Leguizamo. He's Hispanic. Fuck off. Leguizamo. Yeah. Anyway, at one point, Santa gets into a huge fight scene in front of a fireplace and uses his nose trick to go up the chimney to get the winning kill. Again, just a nuts movie all the way around. And yet somehow it ends on the cheesiest way, which I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but they bring Santa back to life by believing in him. Good for him. I don't know if there's going to be a sequel. I don't know if we necessarily even need a sequel. I wouldn't mind it though. Maybe they go more in depth about his origin or the mythology or something else goes wrong. But if they do a part 2, I welcome it happily. Nonetheless though, Violent Night, a solid A+, a movie that might actually crack my top 10. And a movie that's going to become a new holiday tradition, at least in my house. There's Krampus, Fat Man, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, The Polar Express, Elf, and I think now we can add Violent Night. Also, Mulan is in there for some reason. It's always playing whenever we decorate the tree. That said, though, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of The Rollback. That's going to wrap it up for this episode of The Rollback. Please like and subscribe. We'd greatly appreciate it. We're always trying to grow this channel. Also, do me a favor, and if you can, check out the podcast that we have. The link is right there down below. We're trying to grow it, as always. That said, I've been Eddie, and this was The Rollback. We'll see everybody.